Okay, so what I do now is I just go and clean my nice and beautiful floor over here. I have some food over here. But I'm making sure I'm just cleaning the bathtub over here. I'm looking to see exactly how to clean my dogs around here. So what I do is I'm just looking to have my nice and beautiful life ahead of me in different ways. But the thing is, just talk, man. I mean, just talk in different ways and make sure that you're succumbing to a better way of life for yourself, guys. And making sure that you're owning up to the equation, man. You have to own up to the equation of life in different ways, and you have to learn something along the way. But hey, I mean, dogs never make much of a mess. I mean, dogs never make much of a mess, man, in life. You have to understand that. I made more of a mess over here of the dogs than the dogs did. I promise you. Although guess what? What you need to do, guys, is study upon life itself and just learn to grow. And learn to grow yourself, especially. And if you learn how to grow yourself today, then guess what happens? And then you're winning. I mean, then you're winning your life. And people can live their life in different ways. Oh, I understand that's a whole nice and beautiful experience. I'm feeling Jesus Christ says thank you. In terms of I thank you. Oh, no worries. See, this is nice and beautiful for me over here. But what I do is I'm learning something. I'm learning how to take care of myself, man. I'm learning how my dogs are licking me too. And they love me. I mean, they love their owner, man. And dogs love me, man. I'm the best kind of dog persuader in the world, man. And that's what you need to do, guys. So if you understand straight away how to live your life differently, then understand that you never ever place the nice and beautiful content anywhere where dogs can actually break your content. So that's the actual, let's say, bathtub, guys. So guess what? I mean, every single day I'm looking to improve myself. I'm looking to enjoy myself, man. I mean, guess what? I mean, splash the dogs, man, in the face. I mean, lock him in the bathtub somewhere so they never run up and so they never run out. And just fucking splash them and splash them and splash them and splash them and get them a bit wet. And guess what? I mean, suddenly they want to fucking get all the water. I mean, they want to get wet now. You know what I'm saying? But first, they never want to get wet. And they never want to get wet at first, but then lock them up in the room and sit in the bathtub and splash them a bit and give them some food. I mean, splash them a bit and give them some food and splash them a bit and splash them a bit. And now, they already, let's say, they already have 80% of wetness around their body. I mean, now just go and get the actual shower screen and just go and wash them now. they allow you, but at first, when they don't want to fucking jump in the shower because there's so much water, yeah. But if you splash them a bit by bit by bit by bit, I mean, just splash them and splash them and splash them. And then guess what? I mean, they eventually say, it's just fucking water. Understand? So, I'm learning something. But that's how it is, man. I mean, if you want to enjoy yourself, then enjoy Grant Cardone as well. And go and read his stuff. And read my stuff too. But he can teach you something about life too, man. I mean, guess what? I promise you, everybody can teach you about life. But guess what, bro? You have to understand Jesus Christ too. And you have to learn how to grow yourself in different ways, guys. So just learning how to persuade yourself to show up for the reason of whatever you're doing. So for myself, I have a new experience with dogs, man. I have a new experience over here. I've never done this before. I never really, let's say, went around like this with dogs before. So I'm sure that I have more experience about what they want out of life. And making sure I can go and throw these little parts of the food of the dogs in actual rubbish bin or what? Throw it down the drain. Throw it down the drain, man. And it's just little bits and pieces of dog food. I throw it in the actual toilet sink. Throw it in the toilet sink, man. And this is nice and beautiful right here. Just wash the actual window over here. Wash all the dog food out. That's it, man. Brush it. People have no time to see you, and people have no time for anything about life. I mean, people have no time for you. So guess what? Which is more how you have to understand. If they have more time for TV than you, then guess what, Roshi? Then you're doing better than them. Roshi, they try to find time to have your kids with you, and try to have more time in life. I mean, never be the one who has no time, mate. I'm an individual who has all the fucking time in the world, mate. I realize although my biological dad has no fucking time for me, I have all the time in the world for him. I promise you. I promise you, guess what? I promise you, if he wants to talk to me all the fucking way, then I have to talk to him, man. I promise you that, guess what? I have all the time in the world, always. I always have all the time in the world. But what I want to do now is I just want to let it be now. I want to make sure I can go and deliver contents in different ways. And I say, come on, boys. And that's how it is, yeah? I mean, when you want to enjoy yourself and you want to see how to go and live your life differently, then you have to enjoy the nice and beautiful curiosity of life. And you have to make sure that you lock in your nice and beautiful dogs in your room and turn on the heater as well. And also start charging your content and start charging everything. But that's how it is, yeah? I mean, go and enjoy yourself differently. I mean, as soon as you enjoy yourself differently, and then guess what? When you put your clothes on and then charge your technology. I mean, first of all, if you want to put the heater on or clothing, then go and place your actual clothing on first. And then, I mean, guess what? I mean, it's much better to put on your clothing first and then the heater. And guess what? I promise you, it's much better for you. I mean, what does Jesus Christ say? When does Jesus Christ say put the heater on or put the clothing on first? What does Jesus Christ says clothing? I mean, put the clothing first on. And clothing and then the heater. You understand? Because the skin can get cold very quickly. So make sure you understand that way you enjoy yourself very quickly. I see my dog's already pounding on that skin of his. But guess what? I promise you, it's much more how it is, man. I understand although it has, I promise you, Jesus Christ says, I promise you, it has an effect on him to put that clothing on. I promise you, Jesus Christ says, I promise you, the clothing over here with him, I promise you, yeah, I mean, put it on him. I'll put it on him. I promise you, has a great deal of effect. I promise you. I have to I'll put the clothing on. I always ask Jesus Christ. I never go back on my word. I go to the nice and beautiful Office Works over there. In terms of the Office Works, to print my business card, but I go to Kmart as well to get the dog clothing to wrap it around my dogs so I can do better. But I have to go get some new clothing now as well. I realize as soon as my biological dad comes here, I can go and get the car. I can go to Casula because over there's a Kmart that's 24/7. It's a Kmart and it's like a supermarket. And what I can do there is I can get something. But jeans, Roshi, nah. Roshi, what can I get at Kmart from clothing? Roshi, it's more shirts. I can get a shirt over there. Roshi, everything else, okay, I can get socks. I can get socks over there. I can get new skins, but that's it. I mean, that's all I shop. I just get a shirt max. I mean, at Kmart or Big W, I mean, guess what? I understand shoes over there at Kmart. I can get some shoes over there at Kmart. I mean, guess what? I mean, shoes. I mean, guess what? I promise you, yeah. I get some Kmart shoes. And guess what? It's more how I feel. I promise you, and that's how it is. I mean, I can get some shoes at Kmart and socks at Kmart, and also what else? I mean, shoes and socks and shirts, and that's it. I mean, a hat. I can get a hat. I can get a hat at Kmart. But I never need a hat right now. I never need a hat or beanie or gloves. I can get gloves and hats and beanies at Kmart. But that's more enough for me. And I understand straight away how I feel. But what I do now is if you understand to wash the dogs every single day, which if you wash dogs every single day, I mean, guess what happens? You know, I mean, and make sure the dog lives with you inside the house. Or just take it outside somewhere for a walk sometimes, and just go once a day somewhere. I mean, once a day for 30 minutes a day with a dog. Or you can go up to an hour. I mean, you can go up to 1 hour walking with the dog somewhere. But guess what, Russia? It's just the way it is, yeah. I mean, how long does Jesus Christ walk dogs for every single day? When Jesus Christ says 1 hour, and 1 hour is more enough time for them to see the world a bit every single day. And also, if you do that, then make sure you clean the dogs after the walk and shower them after the walk every single day, and make sure they live inside with you. I promise you, Jesus Christ says it's much better to live inside with you or outdoors. I promise you, Jesus Christ says, I mean, make them live inside with you. It's much more company for you as well, and teach them to go outside to have a toilet session by giving them food. I mean, give them food to go outside to have a toilet and to pee and poop. And then you're sweet all the time, and just get them food every single day. And that's how you maintain dogs, man. But that's how it is. And then you get to watch them all the time and what they're doing. Understand? I'm a dog lover, man. But I love cats. I mean, Jesus Christ can see this. I asked Jesus Christ to see this. I'm pretty sure that, guess what? I have a cat over there in the actual Q-Space Hotel. I love cats and dogs, man. I love cats and dogs, man. I love all animals, man. That's the way it is, man. Probably this cat over there, the nice beautiful Q-Space Hotel over there. Probably it comes out of nowhere. And probably out of nowhere it came, and I had to release it somewhere because it was she was actually looking for a home somewhere. But the thing is, I had to let it go because over there, if it climbs out the window, then it falls, when it fucking dies straight away. Because that cat is unable to fucking move from that window because it's a fucking 10-story building. You understand? I mean, it's a really 10-story building. I mean, ask Jesus Christ. I mean, there's 4 elevators over there. I mean, it's 4-story, yeah? But Jesus Christ says 4-story building. Or there's 4 elevator building. So, if there's 220 levels of fucking elevator, then it's a 220-story building, man. You understand? So, that's how it is. I mean, guess what? If you understand how to grow yourself, then I have to vacuum my house as well. I have to vacuum this. But guess what? A little bit. I vacuum a bit. And a little bit. I want to make sure I'm cleaner as an individual. And making sure that this jumper, I have to let it be. But guess what? It's more how I can throw it away, huh? Let it be this way. What? Now, it's much more how I throw it away, huh? I'm going to throw it away. Make sure that I can just keep it around town. I mean, guess what? I'm going to keep it. I mean, since I keep it, I'll just put it on. I mean, guess what? I'm going to put it on. Or else I'm a newer individual. I just never wear it again. I just never wear that again. But what I do is I sleep in it. I mean, this one here, I can do some fashion photos or what. For sure, that guess what? It's more how I can do some fashion photos with this one. But guess what? I want to make sure that no matter what, I'm just going to wear something new. I wear something new for myself. I make sure that no matter what, I'm learning something new along the way. But what do you do, guys? I mean, just speak more, regardless of what you're giving. I mean, then you'll actually learn you have to go and put yourself through situations, and then you actually learn how to actually grow yourself for different situations. Is the whole point. But if you do that, then you actually understand something about life, and you understand straight away how to go and grow yourself. And that's the whole point. I mean, you have to understand that yes, everybody's listening to me. I mean, everybody is talking to me today. Everybody's talking to me today because I have a fucking audio program all the time. I have an audio program that's playing all the time with myself. And because I have an audio program for myself, I'm making sure I'm starting fresh, man. I'm starting fresh with everything. I don't want to be sick, but I want to chuck this rubbish very soon. And I want to make sure I can see straight away how I feel. And now let it be. I mean, everything's nice and beautiful for myself, at least. And I'm learning how to go and grow myself quickly. And as I grow myself quickly, I have all the time in the world to make sure now is the time to get business cards. And now's the time to make sure I can go and do what I need to do. And then I'll go and prepare for my actual beautiful reign of loving my life over here. I have to love my life differently, man. I have to blow my nose. See, although I'm always following the 10 Commandments of God, and I'm making sure that the thing is about life that I'm learning something new all the time with different ways. And I'm always important, guys, so I'm making sure that as I live my life to the fullest, I make sure I have more enough. I want to make sure I open this door now, so I just see what's going on. Otherwise, I'm sure that's the way it is, yeah? Or should my dogs want to stay over there, so I'll let it be. Or should it's more how I understand ask Jesus Christ what to do over here. When Jesus Christ says these dogs want to stay in there, man. I mean, a little bit. When they want to stay in there, I'll let it be that way. Actually, so what I do, let's move on. Actually, it's more how I understand to see always, to ask Jesus Christ and God questions always. But Jesus Christ is God. So you have to understand to go and see what you need to do daily to succeed differently. But I'm starting fresh. I have something new I want to make. I want to make some new music very soon. But I'm making new music now. I'm making new music as well. But guess what, bro? It's more how I want to make that a Twinkletopic, I think. From that, I mean, although, guess what? I mean, guess what? There's nothing stopping me. But there's new albums I want to make. I mean, guess what? There's other albums I want to make. I can start now. I can start Twinkle Twinkle Little Topia right now. But it's more how I understand. Say, twinkle, twinkle, little star. I mean, guess what? What I want to do is learn to just go and make my other album. But Isla, I'm not sure Isla's excellent for me. I'm not sure Isla's excellent, and that goes as it is. That's in the album, but I want to make the best mix. I want to make one mix, and everything else is done. Now, the old tracks, I understand this is something different, where I understand I never ever play those in a nightclub. I never play it in a nightclub, other than making sure that the sound is amazing. If the sound's amazing on its own, if that track sounds amazing on its own, I then play it in a nightclub. That's how it is, yeah. So what I do is I learn something, man. I learn something different, making sure I'm learning how to grow myself and help myself with life. I can go and eat something now to make sure I'm just refreshing myself with different aspects of life. I want to upload everything to Mega Drive. I want to do a life coaching video now as well. I want to make sure I do a life coaching video before I eat something. And then guess what? I mean, then I can just be and do some Netflix. Do some Netflix, guys. And I'll just learn something along the way. I learned something about helping myself to make more subtitles about what to talk about. I have no, let's say, catastrophe in my life. Make sure I'm doing greater. I'm learning how to help myself with different areas of life now. I'm learning how to be better and better and better. It's the whole point for me now, personally. Because that's what you guys need to do, guys. And you guys have to make sure that you're closing your food over here. To make sure that no matter what, you close up the food, it never goes out of date. Make sure that you're doing better. That's how you do it. So, if you focus on your life differently, and you focus on something that's actually helping you move forward, then I see that Jack over here is really loving life. Make sure I have enough time and space and time continuum to make sure I'm just cleaning my room over here, making sure I can have enough time. But guess what? That camping chair is something different. But guess what? I sit in the actual camping chair now. I want to sit in the camping chair from now on. Unless I sit in the actual ways of life over here, I could just stay over here. I just use the couch and the nice beautiful camping chair. See, so I apologize for that. I'll make sure I never drink while I talk to you. But guess what? Pretty much it's more how it is. So what I want to do now is I want to charge my technology. I want to make sure that this technology is something that charges while it's all happening for me. I'll make sure that no matter what, I never heard Bundy over here. But that's how it is, guys. And what I do is I charge my technology quickly. Lullaby. Make sure I have that nice little technology charging. I see my Apple Watch over here needs to see the light of day, which is eye only. For sure. So guess what? I mean, also I see my Apple Watch sees the light of day already. For sure. Don't guess what? I mean, I see cables here. Make sure I place some cables over here. That's actually working for me, nice and beautifully. I see my Bundy. There's a Jack and Bundy's over here with me on the couch. I can see my earphones are right here. I can let it be for today in terms of music production. And I can make sure I can see straight away how it is. But guess what? Approaching my biological dad says that they have fleas. We have fleas, yeah? I mean, guess what? I mean, wash the dogs a bit. Wash your dogs a bit and they have no fleas anymore. And put them inside the house a bit. And they have no more fleas. I mean, that's then. But he never wants to do that, man. I love my biological dad. I love everything. But that's how it is, man. I mean, guess what? I mean, if you're focusing on a great way of life for yourself, then learn how to go and prosper with your abundance and what you have as a living being in terms of life. And you're just looking for new areas of life. I mean, you're making sure that you're cruising life in different ways. But my life is improving. And my life is improving because I choose to improve, man. I choose to improve, and that's it. That's all it is. But that kind of cable here, I have to make sure this cable here can go somewhere around here. I never need to chuck it now. But guess what? Brush it's the way it is. And what we want to do is, I see, always. So that's just the way it is. So things will never be the same. And guess what? Brush it's more how you have to go and really enjoy it, man. Or enjoy something different. And as I really spark attention for myself to grab the spotlight now, I make sure that I can go and see what else do I need to do. Brush that is nice and beautiful for me. Make sure that I can just charge my technology here and there. And that's it, man. Brush it's much more how I feel. I feel that I'm doing much better without that socket charger now. And I understand that now, since I'm understanding my beautiful charging port over here, I want to make sure that I have some key of difference here with my phone. I want to make a little pocket that has a little pocket where I can place my phone over my shoulder. That is just over my shoulder. It's much better for me. I just get like a little nice and beautiful phone belt where I can put it in that belt somewhere, and I just let it be that way. I'll find some kind of shoulder bag or little shoulder bag with my shoulder bag to hold my phone specifically in that shoulder bag for myself. It's nice and beautiful for myself to do. I'm making sure that what I want to do is, see my dog is very clean, but look at that. See, ask Jesus Christ what that is. See, Jesus Christ says that's something where, see that's see that's cancer. See that's cancer, man. See that's something that I can see straight away. So that's how it is, huh? So that's cancer. I see now. Anyway, I realize what I want to do is I'll move on. I'll let it be. Brush this dog is let it be. Brush is able to live on for how long, Jesus? Jesus Christ says for another 5 years, man. Like, he can do that. Let it be, man. I just asked. I realize he's already. I mean, how old is he already? I mean, how young is he already? I've actually, this dog is already. I mean, I've had him for 5 years, man. I mean, and this dog already has around. See, Jesus Christ says around 7 years of age. 7 years of age. I mean, I was Bundy as well. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, they love to sleep on the couch, man. In a sense, it's more how it's comfortable for them to sleep on the couch, man. Alright, now I ask Jesus Christ, does he go and put the actual blanket on the dog? Or should Jesus Christ says, or should go for it? I should put the blanket on the dog, man. Put the blanket on the dog a bit. She loves it, man. She loves it, huh? She loves the blanket. She loves the blanket, man. She loves the blanket. Put on Bundy too. Put on the Bundy. Put the blanket on Bundy. Make sure that Bundy can have this nice and beautiful blanket. See, Bundy wants I see Bundy wants a little blanket over here, and so does Jack. And Jack and Bundy want some blanket, huh? I mean, guess what, bro? It's more funny. It's funny how they want blankets, man. I mean, guess what? They come to me. What are they doing? I mean, come here. I mean, guess what? I'm just making sure that these dogs over here have everything they want. Right? I mean, guess what? I mean, as I really grow myself anyway, I'm just looking to help myself over here anyway. As I help myself, I can see straight away how everything is. That's the point, man. I can let it be. I can let it be in a way that I'm learning. I'm learning how to just enjoy myself in different ways. And I'm just enjoying that nice and beautiful feeling, huh? Actually, guess what? Ooh. And guess what, bro? It's much more how my dogs over here enjoy the blanket, man. Oh, they enjoy a little bit of blanket, man. I mean, that's how it is. I mean, if you enjoy yourself in different ways, then you can understand straight away how I feel. I make sure I take care of dogs the best. I make sure it's never I take care. I make sure I invest in care of dogs. I make sure I do the best I can with dogs. And that's it. I mean, guess what? Approach, it's time for Instagram, man. It's time for Instagram. What else do I have to do? I should have some Instagram content to do. I have some YouTube listening to. I have some nice and beautiful, let's say, Armin van Buuren or style trance music to listen to. Which is more how it is. But guess what? I realized that it's more how I feel. I can go and eat something too. But never while my dogs are with me. I never eat while my dogs are with me over here. But I move on. I move on a bit. I mean, guess what? I mean, it's more how it is. I mean, if you're enjoying yourself differently and you're just making sure that you understand the dogs love to be in a blanket somewhere. And I see that. Or else it's much more how it is. I mean, if you understand straight away how to go and do a life coaching video now, I can do a life coaching video now. Or else it's much more how it is. So what I want to do is I want to enjoy myself to go and do my life coaching video now. Or else the life coaching video is nice and beautiful for me to do now. So as I go and do myself a favor to go and do that, and then I can do Instagram photos one by one slowly. And that's the way it is. I just asked Jesus Christ that when I was around 5 years of age, there was this little kid threw a 2x4 with a nail in it, and it was going at me and going at me and going at me. And I'm looking at it with my eye, and guess what? Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ says, I want to ask Jesus Christ, did he step in here to blow windows, anything, to make sure that it never hits my eye here? Jesus Christ said that there's an intervenience here. There's some kind of intervenience here to prevent that 2x4 from fucking plucking my eye out. Because that's the most unfair thing that anybody can do to me. You understand? It didn't miss my eye. I mean that's an outside circumstance, yeah? I can see it. This little kid threw a 2x4 with a nail in it, and I'm looking at it, and it was fucking going toward my eye, and he fucking hit me just below the fucking eye, man. I mean, just fucking did miss my eye, just closely. Understand? But the wind, I mean, Jesus Christ says the wind blew a bit. Which is the truth. Probably if that did happen to I, then that's the worst thing, man. Although I have another eye, but Jesus Christ says, yeah. I mean, be able to understand that you never pluck your own eye out. I said, if you get into a fight with somebody, then never pluck your eye out in the first place. Never get into a fight in the first place. Never shoot someone's eye. And that's the worst thing you can do. To shoot someone's word eye, man. But you can never even get to my word eye now. And even if you shoot my word eye, I still have the word eye, mate. Yeah. But that's the thing. So what I do now is I have to eat something. I have to eat some food and drink. And then I go and mix up a nice and beautiful scenario here to make sure I'm uploading content online. To make sure I have more enough success all the time to agree with everything. To make sure I'm much more better than ever. But that's the thing, guys. The thing about life here is I'm understanding that I want to be much more. So to be much more, I have to go and do something to help myself to succeed is what I need to do. But that's the whole point. The whole point is making sure that I have more enough success all the time to deliver content in different ways to make sure I'm much greater than yesterday. And that's why I'm always learning how to go and be much more. I'm learning how to go and do greater regardless. And that's what I'm learning. I'm learning how to go and enjoy myself regardless of what I do. But as I go and grow myself differently, I see I have plenty of time here to go and enjoy myself. So I go and see different aspects of life now. And I make sure to go and see my Instagram. I go see the news channels today. I make sure I do my Instagram as well. I just done a 1 hour video as well. You have a nice and beautiful life coaching videos, making sure that I have more enough success today than ever before. I'm learning something along the way, guys. I'm learning how to be much more of everything I want to be. But the best design on my Instagram right now is the word I. I mean, just understand that. I also have over 249 followers and more. I have over 248 profile visits in the previous month. I also understand I have more than that now. But I'm actually understanding that no matter what, that I'm gaining status now. I'm getting more people following me now. I realize now is the time for me to just go and grow myself and my audience and what I'm doing. But I have to do that via live events. So I understand that my hat design, something that's happening here, is the best design of my profile, which is the word I. But where is it really? Which is the word I. Which the word I is further than the actual physical I. And you understand that? And the word I is the best design in life. I mean, although, if you look at the physical I, and you look at the word I, when the word I is further away from you, and also closer to you, than the physical I of life. So it's complete mastery, man. And that's complete mastery of the word I. I have to teach this. I have to teach this. And now I want to teach on my actual nice and beautiful class over here of students. I want to teach them the I first. I want to teach them the I over here. I versus I. Actually, I versus I talk. Actually, that's a nice and beautiful talk over here. And what I do is I go and learn much more. I'm going to do some photos around here. I'm going to show some examples. And that's a beautiful example for me to do. And make sure that I can go and show people exactly what the best designs over here are. I'm showing people anyway that I'm learning something. I'm learning how to actually study upon my word I here. But these are beautiful examples for me to use always now. A little bit that way. I'll make sure that people can see my Instagram as well. And a little bit that way. I'll show you something now. I'll move up. Push the word I here. There's much more. I can use this nice and beautiful content here. I want to show that that's the thing, yeah. I make sure that no matter what I'm learning very quickly upon understanding how to grow my word I. Actually, these photos I can use as my PowerPoint presentation. And I want to make sure I can go and see something now. Now, as I go and grow my Instagram and everything, I want to show people the best design of my Instagram here. And what I do is I make a little fashion statement here. I can see the word I here. And the word I is right in front of me, man. I ask you this Christ to see this. I mean, I found a picture of the word I, man. Haha, I deserve it. And wow. I mean, I see it. And the word I here. It's so small, huh? I can see it. I can see that no matter what, I hit the jackpot, man. I hit the jackpot today. I'll make sure that now I want to go and just eat something. I have to eat something. I can eat food and drink before I do my Instagram. Alright, now I want to make some penne pasta. And I want to listen to some music as well. I want to go and understand that it's much more how I feel. And how I feel now, I can see no matter what that my nice and beautiful word I is the best thing in terms of life. And it's the word I, man. And so I'm learning quickly upon understanding him. I'm understanding how I do life better. And I'm learning quickly upon understanding my word I much more. But those people who give me $200 in a day to learn this, man. Actually, it's much more how I understand straight away how to do better. But as I do better, I'm learning how to go and be a star, man. I'm learning how to outdo people in content and everything. Approach those singers, and the other post singing content, man. Approach they sing content, but they sing more than that. Approach they do more than that. But it's more they are singers only. Or that's all they do, man. For sure they do more than that. I realize although they're more famous for singing, for example. But you have to be more famous than that. I mean, you have to be better than that. I mean, you have to be famous for the word I. I mean, I'm famous for the word I, mate. That's it. I'm famous for the word I. I have an I statue. I have an I statue, mate. I have an I statue in my life. I'm the I hat man. I'm the I man. I man. I mean, that's who I am. I'm I man. I'm the James Bond girl. I'm the I man, really. I man. I realize now what I want to do is I want to go and see new content. I want to see I have plenty of inspiration over here to go and listen to music. And I see Ali and Phil's show. And since I understand straight away how it is, I can see how I feel. And how I feel is different. But I can see I'm always learning. I'm learning something different. And as I learn something different, I can see straight away how I feel. And how I feel is a different way of life, always. So what I want to do is learn. I want to learn. I want to be able to learn something for everything. I want to understand straight away ID over here. See ID. So I mean, every single day they need ID, and that's why they say ID, man. I mean, when you see, for example, when people are placing ID as the content of the song, then they need to ID it. I mean, they have to find the ID of the music. I mean, that's what it fucking stands for, huh? I was just surprised to see this. I see ID. I mean, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck ID is this? I mean, that's the whole point, yeah? I mean, they have to find the ID of that. I'm thinking, what the fuck is this music, man? I mean, ID it. I mean, identify it. Identify the music, for fuck's sake. What is that? I see, I like it. And guess what? I mean, let's just do a nice and beautiful. A Billie Jean and my lover. I said she's just a girl. And guess what? I mean, you have to enjoy yourself, yeah? I mean, focus on understanding every single day. You have to understand how it feels. But Jesus Christ wants me to play the music over here. I mean, Jesus Christ wants to hear the music, man. I mean, it's more how I understand this little beat over here can be Michael Jackson's "Oh Billie Jean and my love." I mean, let's have a look over here. It's more the future sound of Egypt over here, in terms of this one over here. And let's have a look. I say, "Oh Billie Jean and my lover, she's just a girl." And I mean, it's like that beat, yeah? It's like that pop beat, man. Haha, I think, yeah. Version, it's more how I feel. I talk to spirits all the time, man. I mean, understand? But that's a beautiful photo for life I have in my life. I have to meet that person who drew that as well. Actually, drew a massive photo over here. And I'm saying that no matter what, that since he drew that one, I mean, they drew both of these ones, man. It's such a beautiful photo, man. I can see now straight away the eye over here is the best design now. I see now that's another video that I have to do. And that's another video, but now I can see straight away the eye right here. And the eye right here. But look at this, man. They cover the word eye, man. I Jesus Christ to see this. I mean, guess what, Brusher? Although it still remains. I mean, it still remains. But the eye is still here. I mean, you can still the eye. I mean, listen. I mean, you never still the eye, but you do. I mean, it's still the eye here. I mean, you have to understand that it's a dark shade eye. I mean, it covers it up, man. I mean, it covers up the eye, man. I mean, how do you see that? Oh. I mean, I understand. I mean, that's the thing, yeah? I mean, that's like point blank, man. I mean, most people miss out on that. And even this over here. I mean, the dog eyes, I mean, you never even see the eye there. But I mean, I realize although you can see the eye, all the way. I mean, you can see the eye. You have to be really smart to see that. I can say those people are missing the word eye. They're missing the word eye, man. Well, sure, whoever drew this, man, is fucking amazing. Well, sure, I actually describe this. I mean, this is a fucking amazing photo. I mean, just amazing. I mean, out of all the photos, I mean, this individual, or should they have to be aware of the word I, man. Person never aware of the word I, man. For sure, the fucking way they drew this, man. I mean, you have to see this photo, man. I mean, that one there. I mean, they have talent, man. I see this, man. I love it. For sure that I understand now. I see the word I, man. I mean, now, what I want to do is always focus upon understanding that no matter what, I can see how I'm doing, man. I'm doing every single day my word I. And now, because I do my word I focus on different aspects of life. And I'm understanding that no matter what I'm learning, I'm growing. I'm growing through different aspects of life. I'm making sure I'm listening to music along the way, and I'm delivering content, and I'm making awesome noodles as well. And as I grow myself, I'm learning quickly upon life and how I do life. But the thing is, for myself, I understand how percussion music starts off. But guess what? The worst thing is this. If you start with percussion music, I mean, brothers, listen to me now. Never ever start with percussion music. I mean, guess what? I can see the percussional music here. It's more melodies. I mean, you need more melodies over here. I never start with percussion in my life. I never start music with percussion. I never do it. I mean, why is that? I never do it because the percussion in the music is something different, but I need to introduce the melody of the music first. I mean, the melody of the music is much more important. But now, is percussion a melody? Percussion is some kind of melody, but it's a rhythm. Percussion is more the rhythm, but the melody is out of rhythm. I mean, the melody is always out of rhythm. So if you show the melody first, before the percussion, it's much better. I asked Jesus Christ and what he understands about that. Jesus Christ says melody is much better than percussion. Always to begin with. I realize although I asked Jesus Christ, is it vocal or melody? I realize although Jesus Christ says, this one here, the vocal is even more. If you start off with the vocals, and it's the best start, and finish with the vocal, Jesus Christ says, start with vocal and finish with vocal, or a different vocal. Jesus Christ says, that's the best start and finish. Always is the vocals, man. Understand? But there's no rules, man. I mean, there's no rules. But if you have to really choose, then it's always vocal start and vocal finish, man. It has to be like that. I mean, I understand that. I realize although I understand that. I mean, you can start with music however you want and finish it however you want. But just go and enjoy it. And just make more music. I mean, what's the difference here? I mean, the difference here is the words, man. I mean, some of the difference is the words, man. I mean, you want to be a great music producer? Then speak more words, man. I mean, the biggest difference between me and other people, because I have another, I have a me. I mean, the biggest difference between I and other people is I speak more words than them. And that's the biggest, that's the best music producer, man. Is who can speak more words, man. Bonjour. Now, everything else I understand no matter what. Now, in the music sounds, well, guess what? I mean, you can see vocals and then melody. I mean, vocals, then melody, and then percussion. I mean, vocals is the best way to start music and end music. And why is that? Because it's closer to the word I. Because you're singing it. I mean, that's why. I can see it. And then the melody, which is closer to the word I. And then the percussion is the rhythm of I. I mean, the percussion is the rhythm of I, or the melody is the melody of I. Well, the vocal is the vocal of the eye. I guess what? It's just that way. I'm sure that the vocal is closer to the eye, and then the melody, and then the percussion. I can see that. I can see that. Unfortunately, it's always like that. So, for sure that if you really want to make music though, for sure then you have to build your vocal track. And the vocal tracks are the best tracks. And the vocal tracks are the best tracks always. I realize although my music over here, I understand this one here is a lot of percussional instruments one. And guess what? For sure there's a vocal in there. So that's something telling me that I'm winning here. But in other Should Never Kill, for sure that's something different. But that's something I understand something. For sure it needs a vocal. I need to place a vocal in it. But guess what? I let it be. I have a word I anyway. I have a word I anyway. But it never bothers me. I have a word I anyway. I sang it, but I want to let it be as instrumental. I let it be that way. I have a word I anyway, man. I love the instrumental part. I mean, I can sing the vocal in it. I can sing the different vocal in it. But some other time. I mean, come on, man. I see you. I see you. I see you. Yeah, I mean, guess what? I mean, every single day, just focus upon understanding that if you guys want to have a great life for yourself, then what you need to do is a great way of you. You have to understand every single day I'm focusing on a great life for myself. I understand other people and how they're watching me. And guess what? I'm winning, man. I'm winning, man. I'm not winning rubbish. I mean, guess what? I'm winning better than rubbish. And if you understand anything, I can see this nice and beautiful composition now. I see just promote everything, man. That's how it is, man. I mean, promote everything and you're never losing for that. I mean, you're never losing to promote people. You promote people fast. And guess what? It's better to name them as well. And name those people quickly. Promote everybody. I mean, everybody deserves it. And that's where I was cutting my eye off. Yeah. Actually, that's it. Whoa! I promote everybody. She deserves it. Everybody deserves it, mate. Actually, when you promote other people, then you find the word I much more. Actually, yeah. Actually, when you promote other people, then you find the word I'm even more. Actually, so that's the thing, mate. I can see. I understand now how to create better designs now, and I'm understanding how retarded. I understand how much of a retard would look like before. But guess what? I'm looking for something that makes me attractive in terms of something that looks more like what I want in life. Guess what? There, I'm never a retard. I'm never a retard for that. I'm never a retard for choosing another woman to promote. I'll show you something. I'm never a retard for choosing another woman over another woman. I'm the word I only. I mean, if I choose Oprah Winfrey over your mother, to promote Oprah Winfrey over your mother, then it's because Oprah Winfrey is what? I mean, she may be more popular than your mother. Alright, although that's the case here. I'm Oprah Winfrey is 99% of the time more popular than those people's mothers. You understand? Oprah Winfrey is 99% possibility right now that she's more popular than your mother. I promise you, although my biological mother is more popular to me than Oprah Winfrey. You understand? Your biological parents have to be more popular to you than anybody else except you. But that's why I understand that. But I'm talking about overall. Let's talk about overall. With you, yourself and other people. I mean, Oprah Winfrey is 99% more popular than your mother and your family and other people. overall, with you and other people, to have a greater legacy is what I'm saying. And that's individually I'm talking about. I'm talking about individually, yeah? I mean, she's more popular individually. I mean, so I'm the most popular individually. I'm always more popular than everybody else. I am the single one individual who is more popular than everybody else. That's what I believe. I'm now, every single day, focus on understanding that no matter what, that if you're learning how to grow yourself and you learn how to go and do greater and greater, then learn something, yeah? I'm always popular, man. I follow Jesus Christ though, still. Still follow Jesus Christ, man. I mean, it's just this thing I said with Peter. Peter, the disciple. I'm saying it's the same thing. I mean, Peter says, there's someone that's coming that's better than me in life. Well, she said that about the Messiah. But in my situation with Peter, I say, there is someone coming in this lifetime that is better than me. But I am better than him. But she gets me every time. I mean, where did you find that, man? That's the story of a lifetime, and nobody's ever said that except Danny Middlewood, man. That's the fucking funniest thing. Never mess with Danny. So never mess with Zohan. Never mess with Danny. I love it. That's how I do it. I can see how treasure. Thank you. Well, if you want to understand something about life, to understand how it feels, you just go and do your life. But I see how this guy can make an event here and there, for sure, though he's just starting out, I can see it. He's just starting out. But guess what? I understand straight away that this music in the nightclubs right now, well, guess what? I can feel it. I can feel this one in a nice and beautiful nightclub somewhere. And I can feel it's getting there. I can feel it's getting there. But the difference between my music and their music is my music is longer and much better. So why is my music much better? And now listen to me. I make 9-minute music. I make 9-minute music only and more. But the thing is with my music, and they have to really see this now. So with my music, I have longer music. That's composition is longer type of melodies and the longer composition than they do. And I make 1 hour composition music of sets and into one track. And that's why my music is more popular than their music. And my music right now is more popular than Calvin Harris music alone. But I'm probably sure why is that? I mean overall, I ask Jesus Christ. And Jesus Christ says yeah. And Jesus Christ says yeah, because my music over here is longer than Calvin Harris one. Actually, my music is longer and it's more able to, in terms of you're more able to remember my music than Calvin Harris music. Because my music is longer in duration. Which that's the key to becoming a great music producer. Oh, and that's where they're falling. I'm pretty sure they're falling there. I'm sure that my 9-minute music, I'm pretty sure if I compare my 9-minute music to other people, I'm pretty sure the confidence here is way lower. Or the confidence in that is way low. But let's say the 6-minute mixes, 9-minute mixes, and 3-minute mixes, and the 2016 Melbourne and all that. Well, now that's a summary of here that I'm much more confident than, let's say, 60% of the DJs here. Just for that, I'm much more confident than 60% of the DJs out there. With all that. Now guess what? Add just 3 sets here. I mean, that's just one set. We just add one set. And just with that, I already see I'm fucking doing better than all of them. It's just I Die Shall Never Kill track and Psytrance track in terms of mine. I Die Shall Never Kill trance track. I already see in that one track that I just made with I Die Shall Never Kill. I see I'm doing better than all of them. That one track is the one that makes a Zonify. That Zonify track makes a Donutopia, man. Bullshit. And there we go now. Bullshit. Now, that one fucking track, they made the 1 hour track of Allah Should Never Kill, and around 1 hour track, that's Allah Should Never Kill. Bullshit. Now, one track shows me that I'm fucking doing better than I'm remembering, and I'm doing better than Marlo, and I'm doing better than Salsa Brothers, and Alex K, and Will Sparks, and Mashton Kutcher, and Steve Aoki, and Tiesto, and all these people. And why is that? Because Tiesto made a 9-minute silent track, and it's 9 minutes long. And it's one of the most popular trance music tracks you ever hear. I mean, Danny Milivojevic creates 1 hour trance music, mate. That's a one track. But that's so silent. I mean, they have to realize that. But guess what, bro? That's something that people realize over time. Bro, people see it now. Bro, they see that right now. When they see this fucking composition with Dinotopia, ooh, I mean, that's over fucking board, man. And that's fucking next level, man. That's my best track now. And why is that? Because it's the longest duration one. I have to top that, and I have to make something longer than that. I'm bullshit. Now, what happens now? I should just Christ what to do. Or should Jesus Christ says, oh, or should just continue anyway. I mean, you may make something longer than that. Bullshit. Bullshit. The longest track that you fucking make is the best one, man. I understand? But guess what? I mean, I understand 10 hours of music, man. I mean, oh, man, 10 hours of music. I mean, you can go forever making this music, man. I can make fucking music forever, man. I mean, but all together, that's my best track. I mean, all my music together is my best track. I mean, all my music together is my sound. You understand? But if I make 36 hours of music, and Armin van Buuren makes 35 hours of music, then I'm much fucking more popular than Armin van Buuren. Because I have 36 hours of music, and that's the thing about my music, mate. I mean, that's why my music is fucking at the top of the notch. Because I fucking make more hours of music, mate. But I'm quiet about this. I'm quiet about this because I'm the best. But then somebody comes along and hears my voice here. And they say, Danny Milivojevic, I'm making more music than you now. I mean, go ahead. I'm never trying to stop you, man. Understand? But you can never take away my work in this planet. I mean, my work shows you the way. I mean, my work, I'm the only reference right now. In 2021, I'm the only one who's shown you the way about this. I'm the only one who's shown you how to make 1 hour trance music. I mean, do you understand that? I mean, Danny Milivojevic is in the history right now of the trance DJ who's shown you right now how to make 1 hour trance music and 4.5 hour trance music and more. I'm the only one who can show you right now, and I'm the only one who's shown you already that I've made around 4.5 hours of trance music in one set, and around 1 hour music of trance music in one sweat, in terms of one set. I'm the only one. I'm pretty sure I'm in Buuren. I'm in Buuren. I mean, pretty sure I'm in Buuren. I'm the word I only. I'm the word I only. Pretty sure I'm in Buuren is the only pioneer back then. Pretty sure now you must understand. He's one of the pioneers. I love it. Pretty sure now is he the sole creator of trance music? Pretty sure fuck no. Pretty sure he's never the sole creator of trance music, bro. I'm pretty sure though he's the one that promotes it the most. Pretty sure guess what? I promote it the most. I promote trance music the most, mate. I produce more trance music than Armin van Buuren. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. And now Armin van Buuren promotes other people. I'm pretty sure Armin van Buuren promotes other people. But I promote more people than Armin van Buuren. I promote more people overall than Armin van Buuren. And just try my fucking Instagram. I mean, try my fucking Instagram, mate. I should just Christ to say this. I mean, my Instagram has full of mentors who I promote for lifetimes. From my page. I understand Armin van Buuren promotes all these new stars and stuff like that. And new stars. But people forget about those people. Which those people were forgotten, mate. Bro, guess what? Bro, sure though. They're never forgotten. But when we're looking at the world aspects, bro, nobody remembers those people right now. And guess what? Bro, somebody remembers them. But 99% of the people never remember those people that Armin van Buuren promotes. Understand? But guess what? I promise you, some of them, I promise you 1% of the ones that Armin van Buuren promotes are world stars, mate. But Danny Milivojevic promotes fucking 1% of the people, mate. That everybody fucking remembers. I mean, why is that? Because Danny Milivojevic is so fucking popular, mate. I mean, Danny Milivojevic is so popular, and that's why. I promise you, and that's it. I promise you, it's because the word I in my life promotes all these people, and all these people are fucking already stars, mate. I mean, they're fucking already stars. I mean, they're already fucking something big, man. I promise you. They're already fucking something of class intent, bro. And you can say they're fucking great in some extent. For sure. And guess what? For sure, I promoted them for centuries, mate. But Armin van Buuren passes away around 100 years of age. And he no longer promotes these people that he does with his radio shows anymore. But Danny Milivojevic passes away around 100 years of age. But he fucking has an Instagram promoting these people for lifetimes. In his one Instagram. And for decades and centuries, people come to Danny Milivojevic's Instagram and they see the mentors that Danny Milivojevic has. And then I said to my kids, hey, continue the mentors. Continue that Instagram and fucking build it all the way up. Russia, and that's the fucking thing, yeah? And who's the founder of that Instagram? Russia, Danny Milivojevic is the first post. Russia, Danny Milivojevic is the first post. Russia, although that's the thing. But I love Armin van Buuren. I love these people. But the thing is, I want to be in Armin van Buuren's team. I want to be in his Gaia team. I want to be with him playing Gaia, man. I want to play Gaia with him. But that's if he wants to, man. Jesus Christ. I want Jesus Christ to say. Who does Jesus Christ consider one of the sole purpose of priorities to be with soul Armin van Buuren on stage with Gaia, man? Jesus Christ says, I. I, man. It has to be I. And there's no lies about this. Jesus Christ says, Danny Milivojevic. I'm the fucking most qualifying over here, man. I'm pretty sure. Ask Jesus Christ. God never lies to you. God tells you the truth, man. God shows you the truth, I promise you. But also God says, I'm the Buuren's son as well. I'm pretty sure, although, guess what? I'm pretty sure it's more that Armin van Buuren's son here is much more qualifying with Armin van Buuren. But is it really? Or is it really? Or shall I am more qualifying than his son, mate? I'm more qualifying than his son, mate. I never believed that his son is more qualifying to be with his dad than Danny Milivojevic. I promise you. And why is that? His son never even has the word I, mate. His son can never teach him the word I. I can teach him the word I. I'm more of a son to Armin van Buuren than his own son. Jesus Christ says you're honest, and I'm true. I'm true for that. I'm more of Armin van Buuren's son here. I love Armin van Buuren more than his son does. I'm more qualifying here, man. I never care that you have fucking kids, mate. I'm more qualifying for you to be my father or mother than your fucking kids, man. I promise you. I'm more qualifying of you to be my father and mother than your kids are. I promise you. I promise you. And everybody hears this. I have no worries, man. Other people never have a clue what I said, mate. But guess what, bro? It's more how you have to understand. I'm so confident I have the word I here that your sons and your daughters never even understand the word I. Your sons and daughters never even understand Jesus Christ. Who's more qualifying of your mother and father today? Is it you or Jesus Christ? Guess what? I'm pretty sure Jesus Christ says it has to be you. Understand? Guess what? It starts with I. But you is I. Now, guess what? It's more. Who do you believe is more qualifying for you in life? Is it Jesus Christ? Or is it your sons and kids? Who's more? Who is more qualifying for you? I mean, that's to be Jesus Christ, yeah? I mean, how about when I say with Armin and Bruin over here? I say the same thing over here. I mean, who is more qualifying for Jesus Christ out of his son and his kids or Danny Milivojevic? Actually, I am more qualifying for Armin van Buuren, his mum and dad and everything, because I have the word I. Just the same as Jesus Christ is more qualifying of you than your kids. I mean, yeah. I mean, when you understand Jesus Christ and Danny Milivojevic, though, I mean, Jesus Christ can give you eternity, man. I mean, he's able to give you eternity, but Danny Milivojevic, I believe I can give you the word I, though. I can give you the word I, though. I can give you eternity, too. I can give you eternity just as much as Jesus Christ. I understand that now. I understand. I can give you eternity just as much as Jesus Christ. I mean, now, guess what? Jesus Christ says, that's excellent, Danny, because that's nobody else, nobody else has ever said that. But I can lead you straight to the eternity of word I, mate. And that's what Jesus Christ teaches you. I mean, I made the prophet. When Jesus Christ said, I made prophet today. I mean, that's big, yeah? That's a saint. I mean, that's a saint, man. I made prophet on this day. I'm powerful, man. I promise you. I can lead you exactly to the word I and God. Just of I only. As much as Jesus Christ can. You understand? I mean, that's equality, man. All alone. I'm a saint, bro. I'm pretty sure now, every single day I win rewards over here. I'm the 13th disciple here. I'm the 13th disciple here. I'm never coming back to this world, man. Okay, I mean, guess what? I'm never coming back to this world. I'm pretty sure that everybody's a disciple, man. I mean, everybody's a disciple, man. I'm pretty sure everything. I'm pretty sure I'm the first disciple in I. I'm the first disciple in I, man. But that's even better, man. I mean, why the 13th? I mean, I'm the first disciple in I. But Jesus Christ says, oh, I mean, this is even more, man. But this is even more. I'm the first disciple in I. But that's the truth, man. But that's the ultimate truth. I'm sure that now I'm understanding something. I'm understanding I win glory over here, man. I'm ready to just deliver more and more now. I'm sure God works. I'm sure God is working for I now. I'm sure God has more wishes for I. I mean, God wants to talk to I now. I'm sure God wants to say, hey, I congratulate you for your nice, beautiful, kind deed in this planet. I thank you. I thank you. I mean, that's the thing, yeah? I'm enjoying now. I'm enjoying this life, man. I'm ready to live. I'm ready to live this planet. I guess what, bro, there's a higher purpose for me in this planet, bro. I'm enjoying myself. Thank you, Pastor. I'm talking to you, and I'm listening to Ali and Phila's radio show on my nice and beautiful earphones while making fucking noodles as well. I mean, I'm multitasker, mate.